Hello everybody, my name is Heather and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to update you guys on my Finish 17 in 2017 project pan, and I have a little cheat sheet right here in my bullet journal that I'm going to go off of. So if you're curious if it's in any order, it's really not, it's just in the order that I wrote them down in. So starting off with my Origins high potency Nitamins like night oil. I've made a pretty big dent in it. I honestly can't remember where it was when I first did like my intro, but I have a feeling it was around that line. So it's hard to see probably in the camera, but it's like down here now. So I probably use more than I need to, but I don't love this product, so I'm honestly just trying to get rid of it at this point. So the next thing on my list was my Aveeno CC cream, and if you follow any of my other project pans, it was in my May the Panning Be With You project pan, and I ended up decluttering it after a month because it was way too dark for me to work with. I didn't like how it made my skin look, and it was also expired. So life's too short, I decluttered it. The next thing on my list is this Jouer Luminizing Moisture Tint. So when I decluttered the Aveeno CC cream, I actually ended up throwing this also into my May the Panning Be With You project pan, and it's the only other thing from this project that I'm updating you guys on that I threw in that. So I didn't want there to be like a lot of overlap, but I don't have that many products that I'm trying to use up, so it's inevitable there's going to be a little bit of overlap. So this is feeling really light, a lot lighter than it was before, but it's an opaque package, so it's really difficult for me to tell how much project progress there is. So I'm sorry that's not very helpful, but I have been using it during the week when I go to work. I don't like to use it when I'm filming because it is luminizing, and I don't really like that finish for filming. I prefer like a really matte finish for filming. So, but I am actively using it. The next product is my Benefit Erase Paste. So here is what it looks like on the inside. So I would say I'm about halfway through it actually. So I am using it. I don't use it every single day because I don't really like to use it under my Jouer moisturizing tint, because this is also really like luminizing under the eyes. And in my first intro, some of you guys commented that this was supposed to be worn under a concealer, and I had just been using it as a concealer. That makes sense because it is like this peachy finish, but I haven't really had any issues with it because what I end up doing is just blending my foundation under my eyes as the concealer. I don't know, I haven't had any, like I did it today, it doesn't look weird to me. So, however, I did say in my intro that when I'm done with this, I'm gonna not repurchase it because Benefit is not cruelty free. Okay, so the next product is my Clinique Chubby Stick in oversized orange. Now, I pulled this out and I put it in my bag that I bring to work. And I was wearing it a little bit. This is all the way twisted up, so there's barely any left. But I am tempted to declutter it because during the time that I had it in my bag and I used it, it's not moisturizing. Actually, it kind of like the pigment sinks into the lines in my lips and it makes my lips look really weird. And it just doesn't feel moisturizing, and I don't really think I love the color. I'm gonna wait a little bit to declutter it. It's not because it's not terrible, and I'm so close to being done, so I feel like I could get a little more use out of it, and we'll see what happens. But I don't know, that's why anything that's highlighted in yellow are things that I'm thinking I might declutter. Next is this ColourPop eyeshadow in Porter, and I haven't touched it since I did the intro. Well, I think maybe I have, but not enough to really show any progress. It does go with a couple of the shades in my Coastal Scents Revealed 3 palette, which is my Pan That palette this year. I just haven't really been taking advantage of that because I've been using other colors. Like today, there's golden brown, which this could go with that actually. I didn't really think about that. It's a really pretty color, and I know the ColourPop formula goes bad really fast, so I do need to get cracking on this, although I prefer this kind of color for the fall. Next is this eyeliner by Marcel, and it's in Mulberry. I did a swatch in my intro, so it's kind of like a dark plummy kind of color. I feel like from far away you wouldn't be able to tell that it's not black. And I really haven't touched it that much, to be honest, because I have another eyeliner in my other project pan. But I did find out a little bit more about the brand, and it is cruelty-free, and it's actually a Canadian brand, so I think that's why I haven't really heard much about it, because I'm in the States. But it's a drugstore brand, so that's kind of cool. So it's more affordable. I got it in a Birchbox way long ago when I used to have Birchbox. Speaking of eyeliner, I have this Wet n Wild eyeliner, which is just like a dark brown. I don't think there's any like special color other than brown. But I have been playing around with this a little bit, like in my waterline, and just trying to like smudge it on my upper lash line. And I really do like the formula. I'm not actively trying to use this up at the moment, but I have sharpened it a couple of times, just kind of playing around with it. So I think I'm gonna enjoy using this. I just haven't like been actively using it yet. Here's one I'm thinking of decluttering. Actually, I'm gonna do it on camera because, ooh, I'm sure it's expired. I don't know why I've kept it. It is this L'Oreal liquid eyeliner, and the formula is good. It stays on for a pretty long time, and it's really pigmented, but I don't like the brush because it's like a brush tip rather than like a pointy felt tip or even like a really pointed brush tip. So it's really hard to get that like flick that I really like. Like the liquid eyeliner that I currently love and am obsessed with is the Kat Von D tattoo liner, and it's got the perfect point. It's really easy to get that cat eye, but this is not, and it's probably expired because I've had it for a really long time. So here's my trash can. There it goes. It's gone. Oh, I just scared my dog. Sorry, Arlie. Bye. Oh, but she's gonna get on the couch, maybe? Yep, there she is. Okay, next is something I've actually used up, and that is my White Citrus fragrance mist body spray type thing. So that's gonna be in an upcoming empties. It's already in my empties bag. So it's the first product from my Finish 17 in 2017 that I've finished. I did replace it, but I will get to that in a moment. Another fragrance is Daisy. I'm gonna burp. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm a human being. Anyway, Daisy by Marc Jacobs. And here we go. In the first 2 months, that's those first two lines. So that's how much use I did between January and February. And then I haven't put a line for like April, but in the past month, I think I've used more than the first 2 months because I've been getting a little bit more creative with it, like spraying it on my brush and brushing it into my hair. I did that today, and it's kind of nice because like every time I whip my hair or something, I get a whiff of it. So I have been trying to use this up more hardcore because I did just post my minimal fragrance collection, and I have more than I want, and I'm trying to use this up. So yeah, but I like the scent. Like, it's not like I'm torturing myself to use it. Two more that I am going to declutter because I have played around with them. I can't make them work, plus I'm pretty sure they are expired. First one is the Benefit Benetint. So there's still a lot left in here. This is like a deluxe size that came in the Sugar Bomb kit or whatever. And I have played around with it on my lips. It looks really weird. It's not a good color for me. I've played around with it on my cheeks, and I find it really difficult for me to blend out and make it look like I'm not Raggedy Ann. So I just don't like it. So that was the sound of it going in the trash can. Oh, Harley's already gone. Sure, she was anticipating more loud noises. And then the next thing is this Benefit High Beam. I played around with this as a highlight, and it's just really, it's thickened up, I think, quite a lot, and it looked very strange on my cheekbones, and it was difficult to blend out. and I didn't like it. So, bye. It feels really good to just get rid of that. Okay, next is this Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer, and I use this every time I do my eyeshadow, which is like 6 days a week. And I'm using it, but this stuff goes a really long way. So I do think that it'll be done in a few months, maybe sooner than that. I don't know, because it's like down to here. There's hardly any left, but I do like it, so it's good. It makes my eyeshadow last. It's good. It's good. All right, next are these Crest white strips, and a few weeks ago I was using these consistently, and then I stopped for some reason, and it will take me less than a month to use this up if I just do it every single day, but I just haven't. It's not for lack of time. It's not for lack of them being right in front of my face, because I keep them on my desk. I think it's just because I find it a little bit unpleasant. Not that it hurts or anything, so I got the gentle routine, but when I'm like afraid that if I accidentally ingest any of this stuff, I'm gonna die. I know that's irrational. I know I'm not really gonna die, but I'm just like, I take them off and immediately I feel like I have to like take water and like spit everything out and like swish around, and I don't know. Tell me I'm not gonna die, that it's gonna be okay if I lick my teeth afterwards. I'm ridiculous. Oh, here it is. Okay, next is this Coppertone lip balm. Someone had commented, oh, it'll be pretty quick to get through this lip balm. Like, for some reason, I don't find it very easy to get through it. And again, I don't know why. Am I gonna twist it all up? Guys, I'm taking a risk. All right, I think that's everything. So there's that much left, maybe about half of it left. But I really don't use it every day, oddly enough. Like, and I have dry lips. Maybe that's why I have dry lips, because I don't use my chapstick every day. I really should get in the habit of just like putting it on every morning and every night. Using this, I'm sure it'll be gone by the end of the year. This is a long-term project. I have to remind myself of that. I get so impatient. Okay, last two things. Pink Surf Days. So I did say in my intro that this would be more of a summer fragrance. So I've used it a couple of times because when I filmed my perfume collection, I sprayed it and it smelled so good. So I wore it like the next day or something like that. But I was like, no, it's too soon. It's still spring. In the summer, I will wear this. I really, really like it. I'm excited to start working through that. But the thing that I replaced my white citrus body spray with is the Bath & Body Works Country Chic. I am sure you guys can tell by the packaging how old this is. It's like circa 2010. Yeah, pretty sure. But it still smells really good. So you can see here, the first line is from March 8th, and the second line is March 16th. I'm a little bit below the second line, so I'm working my way through it, and these usually take like 3.5 months, I think, to get through. So yes, that is my progress for my Finish 17 in 2017 Project Pan. I am gonna replace the things that I have decluttered. So there were 3 things that I decluttered in this video. So the first thing is the Mary Luminizer right here. I will probably start actively working on this once my May the Panning Be With You Project Pan is over, because I have an eyeshadow I've been using as a highlight. Another thing I'm going to work on finishing this year is from my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour palette, and that is this peachy, like the darkest highlight shade. It's too dark to like set my face with or actually use like as like a highlight, but I've been using it as a really natural blush. I'm not wearing it today because it just wouldn't, I would look too washed out on camera, so I'm wearing my Milani Luminoso right now. I am going to try and finish my little, I guess this is like the travel size of the MAC Fix Plus, and I really do like this for my Pan That palette because a lot of the shades in my Pan That palette are not great, so this makes them really great. My hesitation at first to use this all up was because I really hadn't figured out a way to replace it with the cruelty-free option, but I did recently acquire the NYX or NYX Matte finish spray, and I've played around with this to intensify my shadows, and it works. So I've heard from Kathleen Lights that the Milani, the new Milani setting spray, which I really want to try, but I just got this, works very similarly to MAC Fix Plus. So I know there are, first of all, affordable, but also cruelty-free alternatives to what I use MAC Fix Plus for. So I'm gonna use this up and then just be okay with the fact that I don't need to repurchase it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more Project Pans. I'm actually just right about to film my Project Polish update, so that should be up pretty soon as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!